It's your boy Sarge. I don't care what nobody says. Earth, Wind, and Fire is the greatest group in the history of this world. You dig?
Stop the cap. Stop the cap. Stop the cap. Stop the cap.
But Sarge, why you always gotta talk about motorcycling? Sarge, why you don't never talk about nothing else? Look here, man. If you gonna do all that crying, what the baby gonna do? Hey, man, good morning. Happy hump day to everybody, man. Welcome aboard to the Iron Elite Podcast. I've got a great show this morning. I have the I-10 to the end post-interview with my man Tank, Care Bear, Chico. Hey, let everybody know that we're on, man. Share it with a friend, because we're going in. Hey, man, good morning, everybody. Hey, let's do this before we even get this thing started. Let's give the Lord a round of applause for waking your dusty behind up, you dig? Hey, man, you guys see it, man. We got these fellas here today, man. They done did this I-10 to the end. It's the Veterans Edition, man. These guys are a bunch of soldiers, man. I ain't going to hold it against them, but, man, they bad as can be. These guys went across the country, man. They came from, respectfully, North Carolina, South Carolina, and Georgia to Jacksonville, Florida, all the way to Santa Monica Pier. And, oh, by the way, they're going to double down, and they heading up Route 66 and going to do some other things, man. So let's see if we can wake these guys and get them up this morning. Fellas, fam, if you can hear me, let's see if we can get them on. I think I can. Okay. Fellas, do I have you? I have you.
Hey, what's going on, Sarge?
That's what's happening. Hey, Chico, you the only one muted, Chico. We got to unmute you.
I'm still here.
There we go. We got everybody. There we go. How we feeling this morning, fam? How's everything after that ride?
A little tired, but we good.
Hey, that's what's up.
Oh, feeling great. Feeling great.
Yeah, hey, feeling much better. That is over. Now it's in the rear view.
No, you still got to get back to the house.
Oh, that's the easy part. We good.
Hey, that's what's up. Hey, so fellas, if you don't mind, let's take a few seconds out to introduce ourselves to everybody. Tell the world a little bit about yourself, if you don't mind. Let's do that real quick.
Hey, yo, my name is Tank. From Clayton, North Carolina. Originally from Brooklyn. Brooklyn stand up. Riding Worldwide Riders.
That's what's happening.
Hey.
Who we got next?
Hey, good morning. My name is Mike Care Britt, 26-year Army veteran. I ride with CBMA most of the time. But I like to ride by myself on some country roads, so this was a good experience.
Nice.
Good morning, Iron Elite. It's Chico. Originally from Jersey, 27-year Army veteran, independent rider. Just love to be out there on open roads. And it was a great ride with my two pals here.
That's what's happening, man. So as y'all guys can see, we got these veterans here. So real quick, fellas, before we get this thing started. So did you guys all meet together in the Army?
No.
Okay. So y'all just met on the motorcycle set.
I met Chico last year.
Acquaintances.
Yeah, they're mutual friends. I met Chico last year, and we did Four Corners together. I met Mike in Washington State when he was retiring.
Okay.
We've been friends ever since.
Yeah, we did a couple of good rides up there. We did that Mount Rainier ride, so that solidified it.
Very nice. And it's been friends since. And the reason why I asked that, and we're going to be getting there, is that lately I just did a podcast here lately. Matter of fact, it was just yesterday. It was called "No Man Left Behind: The Uncomfortable Conversation." And what I noticed here over the last couple of years of doing the program, we might have friends who've known each other for several years. We might have friends who've known each other for a few months, and we might have some that just kind of reached out on Facebook or Instagram and say, "Who wants to go on a ride with me?" And the real experiment is how guys and girls who don't spend a ton of time together can get on the road and deal with what you have to deal with and don't scratch each other's face out. So that's the real social experiment. So we'll start this thing out. Let's do this. Okay, from the time that you gentlemen registered for the ride to the time that you started the ride, what was your preparation phase? Did you guys have a lot of time to prepare? Was this something that you thought about and known about for a while, or this was like, hey, let's get our pack and let's get ready to go?
This was about a year in the making. We came off the Four Corners ride, and I said, "Hey, we're doing I-10 to the end." I got a group of people together. I said, "Hey, y'all want to ride I-10 to the end?" Everybody was like, "Yeah," but then life was life, and situations happened, and there was three of us that stood out, and we took the ride together.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, it was a long year waiting. Like once he put it out there, I was excited from the minute he talked about the ride. So I've been preparing for a whole year. I guess this is why we had hardly any trouble really, because we were so prepared, maybe over prepared.
Hey, that's awesome, man. Because normally, I got the jokes this morning. I got jokes. Hey, because normally you'll put out a ride, and it'd be, say a club has a Mando ride. Man, it's a man. We all ride. And, you start off in the meeting, and everybody say, we're going to make the ride. I'm 100. By the time you get 3 months out, then it goes down to 25%. By the time you get a week out of it, you know how it is. The next day, is one or two people sitting at the gas station. So to be able to plan it out a year in advance and be able to execute it without it being any problems, man. So I'm gonna just say kudos to you guys, man. That's laser focus. So, okay, so we planning a year out. Let's talk about 3 weeks out. Well, we're starting to think about, as we would say in the military, gear common to all. What you packing, what you bringing, what we need to have. What was that conversation like?
Well, I think we talked about it. You got it? Chico got it.
So we took the lessons learned from Four Corners that me and Tank went on last year, and divvy out, learn what you needed on the road. Because we didn't really have any major issues, but you notice some things that you might want to have for next time. So I think majority of us are carrying, tire pressure, air compressor, wheel repair kit, and tools. As far as packing, we pack light. Somebody overpacks maybe, but hey, to each their own. But as far as the essentials that you need to address anything that happens on the road, again, like you said, we're all military. We all know how to prepare for contingencies and composite risk management, and you take all that with you as you progress through life. And we had contingencies for everything, and it just played out for us.
Okay, outstanding. So this time of year, did you guys prepare? Did y'all pack for cold weather, like with heated suits? Obviously, I'm sure you brought rain suits. You figured you didn't need heated suits for this get out. Y'all had enough layer.
Yeah, we brought the chaps and jackets and layered up, but not the heavy duty stuff. We didn't expect too much. I did bring some heavy gloves, maybe in a face mask, but we didn't anticipate anything too cold. But we did pack for the rain.
Okay. Did everybody pack pretty much the same thing? Say roadside emergency stuff, like power battery charger, tire inflator, those type of things. Did everybody pack that, or it was like, hey, I got this. You don't have to worry about that. You get this. How did y'all do that?
Everybody has just about the basics, but I probably have more just in case stuff, because that's just normally how I pack. I was looking at the videos and somebody was like, grab some duct tape. I went to the store, put duct tape inside the saddlebag. We got the jump starter. We got the connections just in case you don't have what you call it, battery tender. I got the alligator clips in there. If it's something we may need, 9 out of 10 times, it's somewhere in the crevice of my goal.
Yeah. Awesome stuff. So now we all look like we're in pretty good condition, pretty good shape. Probably all got some decent jobs because I saw y'all motorcycles. Y'all got decent jobs. Either that or y'all got a bunch of scratch off tickets y'all won. But I'm gonna say y'all got good jobs.
Yeah, I got a sugar mama, so I'm good.
Okay. All right, bet. So we get ready to take off. We take off. What was our plan of attack? What did we think about? Okay, say our first leg. How were we planning on attacking this? Because obviously, what did we do? Some came from North Carolina, South Carolina, and I think one came from Georgia. Am I correct?
Correct. So it's like, hey, I'm gonna shoot down 95, and I'll meet up with Mike. From there, we'll pick up Chico, and then we'll get to Jacksonville. Being that I had the longest to ride, I was like, hey, we can keep going. But then it was like, hey, you sure you want to keep going? Because you're going to be riding for about 6 hours. I was like, yeah, I think I'm cool. But then we started thinking about doing the saddle sore and everything. And I was like, you know what? Let's just shoot out fresh Saturday morning.
Yeah. I think that was a good decision. Hey, for everybody that's on Facebook, I'm gonna let you guys know on Facebook at 15 minutes, which is about 2 minutes from now, I'm gonna cut the Facebook stream. So if you can do us a favor, if you can open up a tab in YouTube, Sarge Life and Motorcyclists. The link is coming across the ticker right now. We're gonna move everything over to YouTube in less than 2 minutes. We're getting off Facebook, so I apologize for that, but I think the quality is just a little bit better on YouTube for us this morning. So, hey, so fellas, I think that was a good idea. I've noticed here lately when the riders are coming from VA and North Carolina or whatever, they get this adrenaline in them and they get to push and they go through Jacksonville and say, you know, I feel pretty good. I think I can continue to push on. And what I found is that some have done that and then get to, say, Tallahassee or Panama City late at night. And they're super fatigued. And what happens to them is now they're sleeping in later or they don't have as much energy, and then it messes up their second day leg. So it's kind of interesting that you guys made the decision to say, you know what, let's shut it down in Jacksonville and everybody start off fresh together. I think that was a smart move. What you guys think?
Oh, no doubt about it. No doubt about it. It enables us to set a pace, so we had every day could be the same amount of riding time because we started with that thing. This is we're going to ride. We made a plan in advance where we're going to stop, and we pretty much stuck to that plan. We were able to meet it because we got that first day starting fresh. It just set the tone for the rest of the ride.
Okay.
So let me jump in on this.
Okay.
So again, we took lessons learned from the last year's Four Corners ride me and Tank went on. And, the goal to not be fatigued, with a certain time we want to leave the hotels and a certain time we want to be off the road. And then we had regular, rest stops, gas or whatever, about every half a tank, 2.5 hours. And make sure you actually not gas and go, but like be able to unwind and relax, 20, 25 minutes and then get back on the bike. And that keeps you fresh. And at a specific time during the afternoon, say 3 o'clock, see how we feel. And then we look to see how far we think we could make it. And then we start looking for a hotel. And then that's our final destination for the night. So we're off the road by 5, 6 o'clock local time so we can check in, sit down, have a good meal, and get a good night's rest. And then start in the morning, 6, 7 in the morning, and then keep that pace. And that kept us pretty good.
I like that. Because y'all chose to do, y'all's goal was about, y'all was saying y'all were going to go ahead and try to run about 600 a day. Am I correct?
Really?
And 600 a day was taking you from what, 7 in the morning to, you say about 5? in the evening
Well, the
time somewhere?
first, yeah, the first day we actually did 13 hours. The second day was like 12 and a half. And then the third day was 12,
Nice,
roughly.
nice, nice. Actually, I think that's the sweet spot, man. If you can take 4 days to go across, you can actually see things. You can kind of enjoy things. You can probably get your money's worth from the hotel, and you're really not losing that much. You know, the ones who do it 2.5, 3 days, they're beat the heck by the time they make it there, and they're dragging,
Yeah.
man. So I actually
Yeah. And
appreciate the way you guys did it.
we have another long leg after the
Oh,
I-10.
for
So,
sure. Yeah, for
we
sure. So,
need to
yeah,
have a good rhythm and
yeah,
pace.
yeah. Because this ain't no sprint; it's a marathon for sure. A
Yeah.
marathon there and a marathon back. Okay, so coming out today, coming out to get the first day, the leg was from Jacksonville to what was it was in Louisiana, right? It was what
Sulfur.
Slidell, Sulphur,
Sulfur,
Sulfur.
Yeah.
Louisiana.
Sulphur, Louisiana.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Okay,
20 minutes, just 20 minutes short of Texas. Or 20 miles short of Texas.
okay, so that's right on the other side of Lake Charles.
Right. Yep.
Okay. I ain't gonna lie, I ain't even never seen Sulphur, and I run
And
through there every year.
you blink,
Okay,
you miss it.
okay, bet. So we get to Sulphur the first day. The first day coming out of the gate. Any issues with construction, traffic, weather, anything at all?
Nothing.
Just easy breezy for you guys, huh?
I'll tell you, Mother's Day weekend, there was no traffic, hardly any
Yeah,
traffic.
yeah,
Saturday was a beautiful day. It
yeah,
wasn't too hot. It was nice and cool. And it
yeah,
was smooth sailing through I-10,
yeah. Hey man,
all the way to, but
to hey, I just noticed this, man. I don't mean to interrupt, but I just noticed it. Every once in a while you'll get riders that'll go across and the weather be beautiful. You know, low key just brought that up. You know, we play hating. The weather was beautiful for you guys, and then it'll be a group that'll go 2 days behind you guys, and it'll be all they can handle, man. So the weather gods were looking out for you guys coming across. You know, so
Yes.
that first day we get to Sulphur, Louisiana. So what are we looking at about 6 o'clock? 6 o'clock in the evening, I think it was that you guys got there.
7,
Seven.
7
Okay,
ish.
so
Seven local time. Yeah, yeah, local time. So yeah.
okay, so you guys get there about 7. You bed down, nothing eventful. Y'all just enjoying life. Everything is beautiful. Your ride is beautiful. Your machines are running beautiful. Am I correct?
Correct. Bruce Bell over
Correct.
here batting
Huh?
his eyes, getting his
Yeah,
upgrades.
yeah. We got a free room at Sulphur at Sulphur Springs. So not just Sulphur. So
Yeah.
yeah. I picked up a couple new nicknames. I may have to change my name from Care Bear to either Bougie Bear or Squirrel. We'll figure
Hey,
it out for the next leg of this trip.
was that with the group y'all took the pictures with, or was that in Texas?
That was in
That was in
Texas.
Texas.
Okay, we'll get there. Okay, we'll get there. Okay, so Care Bear being matter of fact, bro, how you get the name Care Bear, man? Just say, bro. Tell us real quick. I don't,
Okay, so you know about recruiting. You were a recruiter for the Marine. I was a recruiter for the Army
correct.
down in Fifth in Georgia. And when I
Okay.
was a recruiter, I got wrote a lot because I went probably too far to help out my applicants doing
Okay.
stuff. Just pay like I had to pay water bill sometime to get this guy so he could ship. Do
Oh, we
everything I
know.
could to get my guy to
Hey,
ship to take care of
we used to call them out of pocket expenses. Out of pocket. Yeah,
right.
I
So my
got you.
station commander and the crew called me Care Bear, and to this day I still ride and talk to the guys I recruited with back in '05, and they still call me Care Bear. So I was like, well, that's my real name.
Okay, got you. So the second day, gents, we get up, everything is good. Who is that? Who's the content creator out of you guys? Is that you, Chico? Are you the content creator guy? Somebody's is somebody
Oh,
a
the videos?
videographer? Yeah.
That was me. That was me that posted the video.
Nice. Yeah, I was checking out your work. Good stuff. So the second day, what's our plan of attack and what we're doing?
The second day, let's get as much as Texas completed as possible. Um, However, we're going through San Antonio, and I had a brother out there that I wanted to see, so we met him off the gat at one of the restaurants right off of I-10,
Okay.
and Chico had a friend out there that we met up with as well. So they both met up with us. We had lunch together, and then we broke out and made it to Fort Stockton. on our way
Okay.
to Fort Stockton. It's like, hey, we're going through the gauntlet. I said, for real? Oh man, I ain't even paying attention.
Hey, we're gonna talk about that. Hey, but hey, check it out. Facebook. We're gonna go ahead and kill Facebook stream. We're killing it now. 3, 2, 1. Come over to YouTube, please. Okay, sorry about that, gentlemen. So we leave now. We leave Sulphur, Louisiana. We go through Beaumont. Any issues with traffic, constructions, anything at all? Everything is just smooth for you guys. Because at this point,
So
we're are we at Mother's Day? Are we on Mother's Day? Or is
yes,
the day after
it's
Mother's?
Mother's
It's
Day.
Mother's
Day
Day.
2 is Mother's Day,
Okay. So
and
no.
go. So Beaumont, PAT, Houston, very quiet when we were going through, which I was surprised for Houston because it was nothing on the
Yeah,
road.
yeah.
The
That was a
weather,
beautiful.
the weather wasn't as nice as it was Saturday. It was overcast. We had some little drizzle from time to time, so we're weather pants, but we were rolling.
Awesome stuff.
And
Now,
yeah,
now go ahead. Finish your thought. You were saying.
yeah. So no construction. The roads were pretty good. I mean, we didn't hit any real uh, traffic until exit exit 9 on I-10 in Texas. That was the only choke point because of
El Paso.
construction. And yep.
Yeah, I just think it was ideal for you guys, man. Mother's Day, everybody's in church. If they ain't in church, they're at the restaurant. If they ain't at the restaurant, they're at somebody's house breaking bread and eating, and they ain't got their funky butt off the highway. So, which was good for motorcycles. Hey, low key, what that tank you had the Go Wing? Am I correct?
That's right.
Low key, want
I
to know what kind of gas mileage you was getting on it.
I was getting about 40. I want to say somewhere between 40 and 45 miles per gallon. But
But you were
I was the one that we were stopping for gas for some strange reason.
really, because I thought you guys planned. Y'all said y'all was stopping for every half tank.
Right.
We
Okay,
were,
okay, so
but when we
so
stopped at half a tank, I was at what, maybe a quarter of a tank to their half a tank. But the average for the miles to empty was around the same.
hey man, hey bump all that man. Hey, shout out to the Harley Davidson riders. I'm just telling you now.
Shout
Yeah,
out to
shout out to
Golden
Harley
Riders.
Davidson, man. Them damn gold wings, man, good. Y'all getting bad gas mileage. I'm just saying. Hey, I'm kidding
That's right.
around.
Hey.
Yeah, for sure, man. Hey, but he was riding smooth on that thing, man. I saw you pull up his nice bike, man. Very nice bike.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, so anyway, so we ain't gonna make something of nothing, or so we get through Houston, no problem, smooth, and good on you guys, man, because Houston is brutal, brother. I'm telling you, if y'all rode through Houston on Monday, yes sir, things would have changed. So shout out to y'all. Y'all was smart enough to get it. Hey, we ain't gonna hate on you. So you push on. We're in San Antonio. Any issues in San Antonio we need to talk about?
Nothing.
Not at all.
Nothing. So you get to on the other end of San Antonio. We get through the gauntlet that you guys fell asleep during the gauntlet. There were no problems. So that means y'all had a real good plan. So take us through Bernie, Texas, west of San Antonio, up to El Paso. Anybody's got anything to speak on that, or any nuggets we should know about going through that stretch of road?
So we we already were stopping every half a tank, right? So that was good because we were able to use the gas list to map out where we were going to stop, and that came in clutch. So we appreciate that. And then we met Teflon the night before we left, and he was like, "Every 100 miles is a love. So if you see a Love's, another 100 miles, you're gonna run into another Love's." And that was in the back of the head in the reserve. If we came into a bad spot, we would have had that. But follow that gas list and plot it out right, you have no problems.
No doubt, no doubt. Hey man, shout out to Low Key for putting together that gas list for us. That's on the Iron Elite page. Shout out to some of the other fellows who talked to us a million times about iExit, the gas station app. So good stuff for those guys who have been contributing to the page to help us to be a little bit safer on the highway. So you guys were, what y'all strategy was y'all basically y'all just went every 100 looking for the loves back there. Am I correct? Ain't a
Yeah.
bunch of loves back there. Ain't no.
Yeah, I
It
got the Loves app.
it might
I
be two
plotted them
loves.
out.
Yeah, it might be two loves back there. Maybe three. I don't think it's a ton, is it?
It's
It's
not a
enough
ton,
of them,
No,
but it's
but it's
enough to get
enough.
us through.
yeah, yeah. So you
Chevrons and
strategizing
all
like
that.
that. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Because you guys were back there on Sunday still. It's still Sunday, am I correct?
Yeah, because we
Yeah,
stopped at Fort Stockton on Sunday.
yeah.
Sunday. So yeah, Monday was we went through the gauntlet on Monday.
Okay, okay. That's a little. Obviously, that's a lot better than Sunday because some of the gas stations are a little weird on Sundays. Sometimes they run out of gas back there, or a particular type of gas back there from time to time. So, okay, so it was smooth back there. Obviously, you guys have done your homework and you did proper planning. So, we go through El Paso? We keep pushing, or do we shut down in El Paso?
No, we
Where
shut
we
down
go
at Fort
through.
Stockton,
So, okay, so you shut down in Fort Stockton. Okay, cool.
and that's
So,
where we
okay,
met the ladies at.
oh, do tell. What's the story with the picture with the ladies and y'all making friends, shaking hands, and kissing babies?
So we sitting at the table plotting out what we're gonna do for Monday, and Lulu and her friend walks up. Her friend just retired. She said, "Who's on the Harleys?" And I said, "Oh, them guys over there." And started a whole conversation of us riding I-10 to the end, and they wanted to find out more about it. And they're on a ride, going through Kentucky all the way to Virginia because the friend just retired, and that's what she wants to do as her retirement. So
Nice.
there's like, if we was home, we would let y'all stay for the night. It's like, hey, we
Oh wow.
appreciate it.
Nice stuff. Nice stuff. Y'all end up having dinner with them or something, didn't y'all?
No, we just took pictures with them.
Just took pictures with them.
Yeah.
Okay.
We talked a lot though. We did. We talked a lot about riding, about different trails and routes, and the back end of our leg. They were very, very, very sweet ladies. So it was a good thing.
Nice. Good stuff. Good stuff. So now we're in Fort Stockton. We shut down. It's about what we still at the still on the same schedule. 6 p.m., 7 p.m. Call
Yeah,
it a
about
day.
7 p.m. Yeah.
Okay. Man, I'm telling you, y'all making this ride look way too smooth. No, good stuff.
Hey, they were looking out for us. God was looking out for us.
Hey man, stay
And I
prayed up,
think the
man.
Army has a whole lot to do with it. The Army, the way we do business, is just what we do. Huh?
Yeah, it's systematic.
Oh,
Yeah, we ain't gonna be doing all that on my show, but I'm just saying. But it's hey man, y'all ain't finna get me started this morning. But it's systematic. Is what we call it by the numbers, systematic. Those type of things, man. The military is the kings of redundancy. You practice it the way you're gonna perform it. Is that fair?
that is fair.
We practice it over and over and over and over and over again. That's how you get this proficiency thing. To a science that we do. So we're in Fort Stockton. We bed down. We get up. Okay, what's the next leg? What's the next day coming out the gate?
The next day, we plan to get to Phoenix. Phoenix was the
Okay,
goal.
okay. Talk to us. What did we experience leaving Fort Stockton, going through El Paso, through Los Cruces, New Mexico, all that stuff up into Phoenix? What should we look
I took
forward
the
to
lead on that
seeing?
day. I took the lead that day because I'm familiar with the area. I lived in Arizona a few years back, and I've ridden that stretch between Tucson and San Antonio a few times, and out to California as well. So I recognized it. And like I said, the goal was Phoenix. We instead of usually we set the hotel late in the day, but this time we set the hotel early. This is what we're gonna do, and we're gonna get there. And we made a plan to stop at the other side of Phoenix to avoid morning traffic. So that was probably, I think, a good call in that regard. The only real issue was that traffic in El Paso, the construction. We almost got taken out by a truck.
Hey, so when you say the traffic in El Paso, are you talking about on the western side of the city where they're doing that construction where it squeezes down? And
Right.
is it still
Yeah.
one lane?
One lane,
Exit 9.
Yeah,
one lane. You probably could have walked fast through that construction.
facts,
And
facts.
you can't ride the trash lane. There's nowhere to go. You just funneled into that one spot, and you can see the video I posted. The truck was behind us, wide open. We slowed down. There's a truck in front of us. There's nowhere for us to go. We're slowing down. That truck was wide open, and he had to go over to the left lane. And he passed us, almost took out the truck in front of us. I was like, I'm glad I had my dash cams, because that's one of those things. If he hit us, nobody would know what happened.
Man, that's in that area there. It's just like a concrete jungle. It's just nothing but concrete pillars, and it's just a lot going on up in there. It really is. There's no room for mistakes, man. There's not a lot of playroom to the left or playroom to the right. Am I correct?
Correct.
Yeah, okay. Almost zero.
Yeah. It ain't no place for the faint at heart, man, when you're on a motorcycle, man, because they'll run you through if you ain't moving either.
Right.
Because everything funnels in that area there, and Lord knows what's the Mexican border that what's the
Juarez.
Man, it's a different world down there. And if you catch it right, man, people are crossing and doing all kind of crazy stuff. And did you guys experience a lot of the traffic cops, the motorcycle cops down there in that area? Were they giving a bunch of tickets, and it's pretty clean coming through?
Pretty clean coming through.
Okay. So we get through El Paso, we get on the other side, and then we get in the middle of nowhere, the Dust Bowl, affectionately called New Mexico. Ain't nothing in New Mexico. So how was that going through? Because I think New Mexico is what, about 170 across, coming across the 10,
like that.
about 170 miles. It ain't much.
Yep.
A gas station. Okay. Any issues, weather, visibility stuff in that area? Pretty smooth with it.
The only thing I would add is the wind gusts. Again, I'm familiar with them. It's a little different on the bike, but it wasn't as bad as it's been on some of my previous trips. But I would just say, even back in going through the gauntlet, those wind gusts, they got to look out for those trucks when they sway and they lose control. So
yeah, the what I call them with the two, what I call them, tandem trailer trucks, with the two trailers connected together.
Yeah,
the 240 footers, I think.
Yeah. So you guys are whipping it through that, and no problems, no issues getting it through. So as we crack into Arizona, anything about Arizona? Any, especially coming across the state line, any problems at all?
Nope, no issues.
Damn it, man.
Smooth sailing.
I know. It doesn't make for good content, but honestly,
it ain't the content I'm tripping on.
No.
I'm tripping on y'all ain't had to suffer. Damn it.
I know. You go into this, you start this ride, hearing everybody's horror stories and issues, and you're sitting there waiting for like the next shoe to drop, and all of a sudden like the roads are just wide open. And,
but it's like that, and really, to be honest, it's not exciting that y'all didn't go through crazy wind and rain, but it's good, man, because you had a good, pleasant ride. Like I said, I've only had a couple of them this year that say, Sarge, ain't nothing to talk about, man. Everything was beautiful. And then I've had some say, man, we got our behind beat black and blue. And we're only talking about a difference of maybe a couple days here, a couple days there. So I want everybody out there who are focused in with us this morning as viewing to understand, when you're traversing the country like that and hitting many states, that weather has a lot to do with everything. And these guys, even that they got a beautiful ride going across, that doesn't necessarily mean you're gonna have a beautiful ride coming back home. So you have to stay ready on all this stuff. You have to stay ready. You gotta have your rain gear together. Gotta have your heated suit together. Gotta have your chaps together. Gotta have your gloves together. Gotta have good serviceable boots together. There's a lot of things that you still have to be ready to go, because that weather can hit you in no time flat. Is that fair, fellas?
It's already chilly over here.
It's a little chilly in California this morning? Yeah,
we took a turn and we just felt the cold wind. I was like, what just happened?
Oh, yeah. You dip up in those mountains, man, the temperature can change quickly on you, 30, 35 degrees sometime. And then you multiply that with the wind chill, being on the motorcycle running, 75, 80 miles an hour. It changes the game on you really fast. Okay, so all right, good. So hey, man, everything good. Y'all doing y'all thing, man. Y'all.
Hey, you know what, Sarge? You just said something about the speed. One thing that we did during this trip, because we learned it on our last trip, regardless of the speed limit, we probably topped out at like 80, 82 miles an hour to maximize um, gas mileage, and not to put too much stress on the bikes. And it makes for an enjoyable ride. I mean, sometimes you feel like you're standing still. I think I had heard some complaints about that, but it was very steady, very consistent. It kept the gas mileage, and it kept us on pace. But that was something we picked up last year. Doing 85 to 90, you don't get it. You don't get as far, and I mean, it really does. It just beats you down and beats the bikes down. So we topped out at like 80, around the 80 point, regardless of if the speed limit was 80 miles an hour. That's what we were doing.
I agree with you 100%. Me, I've learned now to set the cruise control 80, 82, man. You're not getting anything. You're right. When you're really pushing those bikes 90, 95 miles an hour, all you're doing is just beating them up. You're just beating them up, and then you're getting crappy gas mileage. And the time you think you're saving, you're not really saving it because you're getting in and get to the gas station faster. You're getting there faster. Perhaps when it starts to get warmer next month, and it's going to be hot as Hades across the 10 in June. So for my riders that are leaving in June, man, stand by. Texas say, come on and get your whipping. It's going to be hot. You're burning more oil on those bikes, man. So I agree with you. You lock in, stay consistent is the name of the game. Is that fair, fellas?
Fair.
Stay consistent. And shout out to Rose and SoFi Kai. Get the hell out of them gas stations, man. Hey, 30-minute gas stops ain't doing nobody. Get out of them gas stations. Hey, speaking of, let's talk about that, fella. So I got 3 men, 3 soldiers, gas station stops. How do we work a gas station stop, and how long do we stay?
Well, we stay about 20 minutes.
Per gas stop?
Not per.
Yeah, about like maybe a little more, but not much more than that.
Yeah. I mean, we're not running the clock. We're not running the clock. So you gas up, you park it, you go and do whatever you got to do inside, get something, drink, munch on, and we just mellow out for a little while.
Okay.
Again, lessons learned from last year. We were doing gas and go the first 2 days, and by the second night, we were just spent.
Just exhausted. Okay.
So just give yourself some time, and again, even though in our mind it was a sprint, we weren't really sprinting across the country. We didn't feel the need to make it in 2 days. So we can kind of take our time. So, we wanted to, we didn't want to end the night and be beat down, and then next day it carries over and we're just exhausted through the whole trip. So we learned that, take your time, unwind, stretch your legs, 15, 20 minutes. And then it seems like when we're getting ready to leave, somebody comes up and we strike up a conversation. So, you add another 10, 15 minutes.
Oh, yeah, we got a lot of that.
Yeah,
so,
it's amazing that people at the gas station think you ain't got nothing else to do except talk to them back in the day when they was in the army, and back in the day when they used to ride motorcycles. And they'll talk and talk and talk and talk. Yeah, hey, so seeing that so we doing 20 minutes per gas station stop because we're enjoying ourselves, taking the time and refitting. Okay, because the weather was so mild when you guys went through, were y'all still? What was your hydration plan? Were you still focused on keeping hydrated and stuff like that? I'd imagine.
Always.
Yeah, I imagine if the weather's mild, it could get you in trouble because you not really feel like your body's being taxed. So that was something that you guys stay acutely aware on.
Yes.
Just the habit from riding.
All of us got a cup. Water, Gatorade, something's in it.
Okay.
Matter of fact, as we stopped at the in El Paso in the construction, I forgot to fill up my cup at the gas station. So while we was in the construction stop, I was filling up my cup right there.
That's what's up.
We wasn't moving.
So what about eating? Did you guys stop to eat, or y'all just snacked and just kept pushing?
That was a good break. Oh, you got it. Good, Tank. You got it.
I'm a breakfast, don't eat lunch. I'll snack throughout the day and eat a good dinner type of person. And the times that we stop and ate lunch in the middle, it messed me up.
Nice.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm a 3 square meal person, but given the dynamics of the group, we want to make sure we there. So I ate a quick sandwich, something quick from the gas station at one of those stops, just to keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? And then of course we had a really good dinner and a good breakfast, and lunch was whatever we can grab real quick, grab and go.
Smart. Okay. Hey man, the gentleman's edition, man. These guys are so systematic and smooth about everything they do. So these were these things that you guys talked about prior to the ride, or is it just what y'all did on the fly? Hey man, this is what we're gonna do. We're good.
We did discuss it, a lot of the things and lessons learned throughout. We had a couple of Zooms every couple of months as we were leading up to
Nice.
us launching off. And, like with any good plan, it's only good until first contact. So you get a bunch of guys together that
Yeah.
some maybe never met and you never rode with. And,
Yeah.
you have to adjust on the go. But again, contingency planning and so forth and such. So, a lot of good thick skin being in the military. So, take the jabs, take the shit talking, and
Yeah,
roll with it.
You know,
right.
no, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Who had a thought that we were going to say?
No, I was just agreeing with that. The shit talking and everything else, because of our background, we just jump right in like we had been together for years. But just like a unit, this guy talks shit, but I respect him. You can see the confidence. You can see that natural leadership and strength in the guys that we ride with. So it's like, hey, what he's saying, fuck it, yeah, let's get it. So it was never really a lot of it just wasn't a lot of stress or strife. It was just very, very, very smooth for me. Like I met Chico for the first time in a ride, and we just, we ran on in. So
Hey, fellas, I love this, man. If you guys don't mind, we're gonna take a second and we're gonna expand on what you guys are talking about. Again, I follow my heart when I do. I've done some, including you guys now, some 239 interviews, and I've really focused in on my riders, the content of what they were going through on the ride, and I'm really starting to find out is my riders who talk about things like contingency plans before the ride, when they have the uncomfortable conversations like you guys do, Zoom calls, and being able to communicate back and forth and talk about what we're going to do, how we're going to do it, when we're going to do it, and if something doesn't go right, what's our plan? Those are my most successful rides. What I find also now, I've got my kind who say, hey, I want to ride, you want to ride, let's go. And it becomes a complete nightmare. Their real obstacle on the road is not the road, it's them. Or I get, no offense to my ladies, I'm gonna keep it a buck with you today. My dudes, we can cuss each other all the way out and be over it in 5 minutes. My ladies, we cuss each other out, we'll hold that grudge for a week, if not 6 months. You gotta have thick skin when you're on the road. You got to. Because ultimately, the person that might be cussing you out is really cussing you out because they want everybody to be safe, including you. They might see you doing some things that might not be what's in the safest interest of the pack. So if somebody says, Sarge, get your ASS together, man, they don't mean it because they don't like me. They just mean it because they want to make sure I get home safe to my family. What you guys think? Let's expand on that. What you guys think?
Oh, that's 100% true. So I'm gonna give you an example. I'm used to riding with my club brothers, and there's things that we do that I just do automatically. Like we'll get on the highway, and if I'm in the back, I'm already blocking so everybody can move over. Right? It's three of us, and I'm already doing that. And Chico's like, "Hey man, it's only three of us. You ain't got to do that." I'm like, you know what? You're right. I'm so used to doing it. I'm not thinking about it's three of us. We can maneuver in and out. We don't really need to do it like that. But without that, hey man, you don't need to do that. I still be doing it. So there are things that you naturally do that you don't need to do because it's not as many of you on the road. But it kind of hurts just doing it for three people.
I think
Okay,
for
anybody?
us, we're all from up north, so we're all pretty much direct, and so we can appreciate that. So when they give me some corrective, criticism on the road, hey, get this together, okay. And I know, like they said, it's all. And I told them, hey, whatever you're telling me, I'm gonna try to take it in and it just makes me a better rider. I feel like a better rider already just from this short stretch, really short stretch across the highway, across the country, just from being able to take that, having that thick skin to know that these guys are telling me stuff that's going to make me better and help me out and make the ride go smooth so we all enjoy it. That's the other thing, is that when you get advice or people have something to say, it's not that they, like you said, they don't hate you, but they just want the ride to be better and all of us to enjoy it. And so the people come after us, make sure you do that. You find the other people's style and find a compromise so that everyone can enjoy the ride and not be, we got to ride my way, or because my way is the only way and you guys are horrible. We didn't have that problem at all.
Okay. Chico, you got something on that?
Yeah. So I think you take when you on some of these rides, you're linking up with somebody maybe for the first time. You guys never rode together, and like Tank was touching on, some of us already have a riding style or we're familiar with or used to, and it'll take you accident on whatever. So you just adjust. But again, like Tank was talking, a group of three, like my mind. Just ride your ride. But again, that's the thing. Ride your ride. Don't let anybody push you. I mean, people are going to talk shit in this group. There's a lot of shit talking. But at the same time, be careful, be safe, ride to your experience level and your comfortability. Everybody can twist around and catch up later. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. And also I would say along with ride your ride, also don't be afraid to tell somebody if you're not comfortable doing something. If you're riding with somebody and they pound well at night and you can barely see at night, why would you push yourself to do something that you know you're not comfortable with, or maybe you can't see well at night, or maybe you're not very comfortable riding in the rain? You have a responsibility to let people know in the pack, so they don't put you in harm's way, and at the same time you don't put the pack in harm's way. Is that fair?
That's fair. I think the best way to break it down is ride with people that's going to push you out of your comfort zone, but respect you enough to let you ride your ride.
Okay, fair enough. And I gotta throw a joke out there because I'm petty like that. I'm just saying this, man. 22 years in the Marine Corps. My brothers from Jersey and my brothers from New York, them boroughs, man, they got switchblades for miles, man. Hey man, I'm telling you, you're fooling with New Yorkers and New Jersey, man. Them guys, man, they can say some things, man, that make you want to throw some hands. I'm just saying. So it was cool that all three of you guys ride together, because y'all know how it is. Y'all know how y'all were born and raised, man. Hey, fellas, am I being petty? Am I telling the truth?
That's not petty at all. That's true.
Hey,
That's facts. That's not petty at all. We appreciate it. That's like a compliment to me. I appreciate the compliment.
I'm going to tell you now, there was a lot of fights in the barracks. We're crewing like, so hey, but we grown, man. We pass all that now. So anyway, we're now at this point. Let's take it from Phoenix now. So any issues in Tucson at all?
No. A little traffic, but nothing major.
So we pull into Phoenix. Phoenix is where we bedded down, am I correct?
That's correct.
Okay, so we bed down in Phoenix. What time do we get to Phoenix? We're at Phoenix around
between 6 and 7. So we were getting that evening rush.
Okay, so
but before the evening rush, it was smooth sailing considering the time. So
yeah. Even with Phoenix's rush hour traffic, I think their highways are pretty good. I think things run pretty good for them, even with their thick traffic. Shout out to Phoenix, man. They're doing a lot of good stuff in the city with opening up expressways. Things move pretty fast there. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's a boatload of traffic, but it moves pretty fast. Hey, Houston, screw you, Houston. You can take it. You can go to heck. I ain't whatever. So we bed down in Phoenix. We do our thing. We get up. What time do we get up in the morning, and how do we attack our last leg now? Because we're going into L.A.
So we get up at 4 o'clock in the morning because our bodies are still adjusted to the East Coast time. Perfect time to do some laundry, catch a couple of pictures of the sun coming up, and then we jump on the bikes about 7, and we headed to LA.
That's what's up. So Of course, now for those who are viewing this and for those who are getting ready to make the ride, Arizona now you can split lanes. You can split lanes. I think that was official a couple months ago.
It's a full split. Okay.
Huh?
When I was there, you're going to do it at traffic stop split. It's a full split now. Yeah. We didn't need it though, but yeah.
Yeah, you can split. You don't really have to in Arizona. It's like really open. But yes, you can split in Arizona. Of course, now Cali. So now Cali always you could split. Shout out to Arizona and California. Y'all get it, man.
Ooh.
That on the East Coast, man, pack rocks, man. Y'all constantly beating on motorcycle riders. So we get into California. Let's talk traffic into California. Matter of fact, let's do it this way. What are you guys' suggestions for riders that are coming into LA? How should you prepare yourself mentally, physically? What should you know about IE and LA traffic? What should you know?
You're gonna have to lane split.
Lane splitting is not for the faint of heart, and I was initially faint of heart, so we had some struggles getting through that lane split. We made it. I split some lanes and got some valuable experience. So if you can, by all means, practice before you get on that bike and ride, hit that traffic out west with the lane splitting thing. But it helps a lot. If you try to sit in traffic, you'll be there for hours. So splitting lane is almost a mandatory skill that you got to pick up for this ride.
Actually, I think it's more dangerous to sit in the traffic like that too. The more you put your foot down on the ground on that motorcycle, I think the more you put yourself in harm's way in that traffic, man. You're gonna have carpal tunnel by the time you get to where you're going. Is that
so? Chico is our bully, our traffic bully. He'll dip in and out of traffic real quick. That's just that Jersey, so we'll follow him if we in the traffic. But once he stood there, because he doesn't like to stop. Once he stood there and he was like, "Oh no, we ain't doing this." It was funny because I seen it coming. I was ready.
Chico, what were you doing? Were you blocking traffic for the other two guys to come in?
No. So none of us had lane split before, and on the cruisers, it's a bigger bike. Never really been out west to know what the lanes are like, and just wasn't 100% sure. And I knew Care Bear would be a little more hesitant, so tried to stay in traffic and keep the group together as best we could. But after sitting there for a minute, I looked again. I mean, we've seen some other bikers just shoot through. I was like, you know what, F this. I jumped over and just started splitting. I mean, taking it carefully, just splitting. And I did it for a little while until I saw they fell back a bit. And then I moved over and we got in traffic again. Until later on, we started doing it again. And this was after we had already gotten to Santa Monica Pier. So we were actually leaving Santa Monica when we started lane splitting. We didn't need to do it before, really. Traffic got a little more congested coming into LA, but it was still manageable where we were able to zigzag through traffic. Just as far as preparation, just understand how overcrowded and overpopulated LA is, and that you're gonna hit traffic no matter what time of day it is.
What time of day it is, yeah.
So prepare yourself mentally for that. Going into LA, we were able to be in the HOV lane. There was really no traffic in the HOV lane, so we were just rolling through the HOV lane until we got closer to Santa Monica, and that's where it really got congested. But as far as like the lane splitting and the bully, I'll zigzag through traffic. If traffic is backed up, in a normal state, if I see a gap, I'm gonna move over, and I'm gonna weave through traffic. And that's what Tank's talking about, being the bully. He saw it last year when we were coming through New York and Connecticut. Like at that point, it's like, yo, hey, ride your ride, do your thing, and get around it, and then we'll meet up down the road.
Yeah, no doubt. You gotta. Hey, so as you were talking, I was just thinking of one thing. Okay, now, pipes. Let's see. Okay, so Chico, what do you ride? You ride a Road Glide Special? Okay, and what kind of do you use? You got slip-ons on yours, right?
I have slip-ons.
What do you have?
Man, shit, you're gonna make. I don't even remember. To be honest, that was 5 years ago. I put them on.
I think you got.
I don't even remember.
I think you got a little rumble on yours.
I do. Rumble. It's got a little rumble. Not like
Like
Care
Tanks?
Bear, Care Bear, Care
Oh,
Bear.
okay.
No,
Yeah, Tank's got to go away. He
Tank.
ain't got no rumble.
Yeah, he ain't
Yeah,
got
he ain't
no
got no
rumble.
rumble. Yeah.
He
So
just he just
I
so
got
solid.
the big
so what
horn
you
though.
got? So what you got on yours, Tank? I mean, not Tank.
Oh,
Care Bear. What you got on yours?
Yeah. Oh, I got a Vance and High single. I got a 2-in-1.
Okay,
Two,
Vance and
two in the
High.
one. Yeah.
Because I use the tabs, the zombie bafflers, and they're loud as all get up. What I've learned when you're going through LA and stuff like that, it works just like a horn. Revving those bikes, hitting those boom, 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 because you'll see that the cars, when they see that, when you give them that attention, when you let them know you're there, they're gonna start moving. They'll start getting the message, and they'll start moving away for you. Uh, if you're not doing that, you're gonna have to maybe use your horn. You're gonna have to do something because there's a lot going into LA. And I'm just saying this, fellas, for my riders who are coming behind you guys. There's a lot going on in that traffic, and do not assume that those cars are seeing you. You're gonna have to make them see you. You're gonna have to make them. And for most part, Californians they understand the mission, and they'll try to move. Some gonna give you a space that big. Some gonna give
Yeah,
you something to
Yeah.
play with. Some gonna just say
and
the hell
that's
with you.
that's something that we realized, and I saw like when they see you coming, some of them like they'll start parting
Yeah,
for you.
start
So
moving.
it made
Yeah,
it easy, but there's some that are like F
they ain't
you,
doing a
and
damn thing.
they're
F
not
you.
gonna
Yeah,
move. So
they're not moving.
don't if you're in a lane split and you're not used to it, you've never done it, don't think you're gonna go open your throttle up and just go
Right.
through it. You
No,
you need to be
sir.
prepared to
Yeah.
stop immediately and work your bike through there. And
Right.
hey, we
That's
did
what
it,
part of
and
my
being highway pays down. So
yeah. That's part of my anxiety. Like I said, I did it, but I did it much more cautiously than my fellow riders because my anxiety kicked in when I seen people kept moving. I'm like, all right, somebody's gonna be an asshole and want to take me out,
Yeah,
and that just kind of you know what I'm saying,
yeah.
kind of made me
That's
take it dial it back a little bit.
bro. That's real. That's really real.
Yeah.
Trust me, and you gonna feel the brunt of it before they do. So we take it in. So we do what we got to do. We get in the Santa Monica Pier. So let me ask you this: was it hard for you guys getting to the pier entrance? Was it
no,
difficult for you guys?
no. I got off the
Oh,
off ramp, followed around.
oh,
It light turned green. I just pulled in. We jumped off the bikes. Matter of fact, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do that video. We jumped off the bikes,
right.
took a picture. Some lady
Yeah.
ran in. I want to take a picture with y'all.
became
Took a
I
celebrities
peeped
and
I
shit.
peeped that. I peeped. She was like P Diddy. She wanted to get all in the video. Everything I peeped that.
No Diddy
Hey,
though,
hey,
right?
hey. So Tank just said. Repeat what you just said, Tank.
Hey,
Repeat that one
we
more
got
time.
off the highway, went to the light. It turned green. We turned in there, pulled over, took the pictures, jumped back on the bike. Wow.
Thank you, man. Let me do this, man. Let me do this real quick. Let me finish. If one more dang person, one more again, complain about can't get up there to Santa Monica Pier to get a picture because of traffic and I getting lost and I headed to Malibu, if one more person tell me, because 99.9% people get up there and follow the directions that I gave and get through there like it's nobody's business. It's always that one a year that just can't figure it out. You guys didn't have to pay a parking, did you? Did you not? Y'all
Well,
just
we went to the pier. We parked at the pier, but because
thank
I
you.
got disabled plates, I did not have to pay.
Yeah.
So y'all did park?
Yeah.
We did park at the pier.
Man, I wouldn't have parked worth a dang out of park my bike right there. Took that picture in the whole buddy.
Oh no,
Man,
we
Well,
we
no,
stayed there. We
oh,
stayed
okay.
and got something to eat and
Oh, okay.
figured out our next leg and what we were gonna do. So
Okay. So show
Yeah,
you
that's the
right.
only reason why we paid. We went down to the pier, we parked, got something to eat, got the picture for the Route 66
Right.
endpoint,
Yeah, people, I
got
caught
something to
that.
eat.
I
Yeah.
caught that. So, fellas, let's bring this into home. The last segment. Let's do this. Let's do the good, the bad, the ugly. What did you take away from this ride, and what would you need us to know? And let's start it off. Let's start off with Chico.
the good, the bad, and ugly. Well, there wasn't a lot of ugly, and we didn't run into any bad. Kind of the thing to take away, and we've touched upon it throughout this whole interview, is be patient in learning the other group riders and being able to adjust. For example, I was running tail for most of the ride, and uh, K Bear talked about his anxiety. So his following distance is a lot farther than I like. So after a while, I know what his riding style is, so I let him go in the back so he can fall back and catch up and fall back and catch up. And it's not going to drive me fucking crazy in the process. But you got to learn the riders. You got to give it time to learn their idiosyncrasies and how they ride their ride and make your adjustments. And that'll create a better group dynamic where y'all not at each other's throats and arguing the whole time. Also, lodging situation, it's 3 of us. So, you're not just splitting the room half. So we got rooms. We were lucky, got some pull-out beds with double beds. Brought an air mattress for the ones that times that we get just a double queen. We rotate out who's on the bed, but it cut costs too. So you're paying for a room, but you're paying 3 ways. So it's lighter on the pockets. And just pray for good weather, but have a plan for anything that can come up, any and everything, because Murphy is out there. Murphy's law for us military folks. It happens.
Facts. Yes. I'm sorry. You had anything else, Chico? Okay.
No. And I'll add to that. If possible, when you have your conversation before the ride, talk about your styles, because I gave them a heads up before we rode how my idiosyncrasies on the road. Like, this is how I ride. This is what you'll see. So be prepared. That helped get them mentally ready to see how I ride. And if at all, ride together once or twice before the ride. Have we rode a few times beforehand, we would have been even better. But again, we gelled together pretty quickly. It didn't take long to fall in line and get everything going well. But again, talk about it. If you can't ride together, at least talk about it so people know. Oh yeah, this is what he said. When he said this is what he meant. You know what I'm saying? And I remember telling Chico, okay, we hit Phoenix, that I-10 curve, I'm gonna take it easy. So you go ahead and do your thing, go around and do your thing. And hey, it went smooth.
Nice.
All I'm gonna say is plan again. If you think you have a good plan, recheck it. That's the type of person I am. I'll plan something out, and like the Zoom calls and everything, that was on me. I was like, hey, we doing this ride. Let's do the Zoom calls. We got a sheet with everybody's medical allergies or stuff like that, emergency contacts, stuff like that. Because like I said, we know each other, but we don't know each other just all that well. I think I caught a video y'all did, and y'all was talking about TRICARE and stuff like that. You don't know the people's TRICARE, stuff like that. I don't need to know your TRICARE, but I need to know at least your medical history. So if something happens, I can at least say, hey, he's O positive, he's allergic to peanuts, whatever. So that basic medical information can help you, and when I call your emergency contact, I'll let them know, hey, this is what happened. They're good. We got all this information to them, and we'll just wait for you to get here. So whatever you do, plan, recheck your plan, check on your guys, make sure they let you know everything that you need to know.
Man, that's what's up. Fellas, let me say this, man. Thank you so much for caring enough to take part of this social experiment. I know on the surface sometimes people don't understand what we're trying to do and what we're trying to establish and accomplish here. What we're doing is trying to provide a platform for everybody to be able to do what you gentlemen have just done. And that's to be able to ride your motorcycle in ways that you never dreamed that you could ride it before. And to be able to do it safely with the tools that you guys just gave us today. Thank you so much. Let me do this, man, real quick. Man, oh man. Care Bear 237, Tank 238, Chico 239, I-10 end to end successfully completed their ride and made it look like it was nothing. Hey, let's do this real quick. Fellas, I know y'all still got work to do, but this is what we'd like you to do, because I know you're ready to go across the Route 66 and do your thing. If you don't mind, please feel free to continue to share your ride with the Iron Elite page. The teaching don't stop, man. It don't stop until you make it home safe and sound. So with that being said, any last word for us, fellas, before we let y'all get about the business?
Yo, thank you so much. I appreciate this platform. Everybody be safe.
That's what's up. Brothers, y'all enjoy. Have a great time. I don't know about y'all soldiers, man. I might start liking a little bit of y'all, man. I don't know. But fellas, much love. Keep it motorcycling, pound safe, and enjoy. Anything that we can do for you, please don't hesitate to reach out. And in the meantime and in between time, my guys, salute and keep it motorcycling, you dig? Yes, sir. There they go. Hey, man, there you have it. Care Bear 237, Tank 238, and Chico 239 successfully rode across the country and did their coast-to-coast I-10 end-to-end social experiment. Man, it's just like that. I'm gonna say this, man. It's not complicated. It's hard. It's hard because it requires self-discipline. It requires some mental stamina. It requires some mental toughness. It requires some physical toughness. But it is not complicated. If you use the tools, you take the tools that are being taught to you from these riders who've taken part in the social experiment, I guarantee you're going to mitigate a lot of risk and you're going to increase your opportunities to be successful with your ride, man. As you guys heard, communication, preparation, being able to understand each other's weakness, strengths, and being able to complement them to be able to make this ride successfully, man. So shout out to them, man. Mad love. Again, to everybody else out there, just a couple notes, man. The Sarge Life and YouTube page, man, thank you. The page is getting very, very good. The YouTube channel is getting very good. But we got room, man. We can continue to grow the page. If you don't understand, just something so simple as hitting a like during a show increases the activity on the show, and it helps YouTube with the algorithm to push the show out farther and farther to even more people. Man, we can use that help. Comments about the show, we can use that. Subscribing to the show, you don't know how instrumental that is into helping us support the platform. And the things I just asked don't cost $1. They literally take a second to do. If you can do that for me, hit the like on the page. Let everybody know. Let's get the algorithm up. Shoot a subscribe if you haven't subscribed to the page. Put a comment. Let us know what's going on. Things that you like, things that you like to have more of. Those type of things. We use that information to make a better platform for us. More and more, I'm just going to put it out there. We're not going to stick around on Facebook very long. I come in with the show on Facebook because of different things. I'm not able to post the show in real time on the group page, and that is not good for us. So initially, I will start the show out on the Chris Houston page and eventually cut the link typically about 10 minutes before the show because there's no need if we can't put it live on the group page. So for that being said, I would much prefer everybody to come in on the YouTube page coming out the gate. And even if you don't, I'll have the link rolling across the bottom like I have now for you to move over to YouTube. YouTube is the home base of the Iron Elite Podcast Show. It's the home base of Sarge Life and Motorcycling. And that's going to be the platform that we do the majority of our work on. Also, really quick, the Titan Award nominations. I need you guys to get those nominations in. Get more in. We're coming close now. The 90-day window is starting to come up really close. Go to the link. The link is in the Iron Elite page. It's on the Iron Elite page in the featured section. If you can't find it, let me know. I'll inbox it to you. Grab the link. If you got a nominee that you would like to nominate for the Titan Award, please get that link, fill it out, man. It takes literally 20 minutes to do if you're doing a thorough job, 30 if you're doing a really thorough job on it. And if it's somebody that you know is worthy of the Titan Award. And oh, by the way, Sarge, what's the definition of a Titan? It's on there too. It'll tell you exactly what a Titan is. So it'll help you to be able to make a well thought out nomination for that Titan Award. Don't tell me after we've already selected the Titan Award recipients for 2025. Don't want to hear, Sarge, how come you didn't, look at what's the name? Because you didn't nominate them. You have a responsibility to nominate these folks. If you think these folks are everything you say they are, then you should nominate these folks. Please, please take time to do that. Also, for those that might be interested in PIF, if you want to support a rider and pay it forward for their registration, please inbox me. Let me know. Reach out to me and tell me what you want to do. Sarge, I want to sponsor this person's registration for the ride, for the I-10. I want to sponsor a husband and wife couple that's going across. Sarge, I want to sponsor a West Coast rider, a East Coast rider, a rider from the Carolinas, a Gold Wing rider, a Harley Davidson rider, whatever your dynamics. If we can do it, we will. And that's the Pay It Forward program, or PIF. Thank you to those folks who've contributed PIFs over the last year and a half. Man, it's been a beautiful thing. For those who want to get involved in the PIF program, please don't hesitate to reach out. It's the gift that keeps on giving, man. It goes on from being each one teach one, now each one share with one. For those who would like to register for the ride, it works best if you register 30 days minimum out. 30 days minimum. I'm not saying that you can't register later than that, but it helps for scheduling purposes. Because, oh, by the way, Sarge got to ride motorcycles too. So it helps and assures the best opportunity for me to be there for the launch of your ride or be there for the coming across the West Coast of your ride. So if you want success, you will plan in advance. You can register 6 months in advance. It doesn't matter. But 30 days minimum is what I like because it helps us for planning purposes. And man, shout out to all my vloggers out there. Shout out to all my YouTube guys out there who are putting in that work for the motorcycle community, man. Whether it's FHO, Big Cell, GQ on the vlog side, if it's LT with his vlogging channel and his YouTube channel, all those people that are putting in that work, man, that's supporting this motorcycle community. I don't think you get enough love, man. I don't think you get enough attention out there and get enough praise on the things that you're doing. You're keeping it alive for the culture, for the riding culture. So continue to do what you do, man. What you do is special. Retro, man, you are doing it on a different level, bro. Much love and respect to you and what you're doing with your motorcycle ministry. Let's keep it pushing. Nurse Tiffany, thank you for caring enough during this month of May. Motorcycle safety awareness, man. Nurse Tiffany is going in to make sure we stay safe as motorcycle riders, man. So let's celebrate and support these folks with either supporting them with whatever they got, what they have, whether it be merch, whether it be supplies and different things that they're selling to help us, donations to their channels to be able to help them keep going. Let's be honest, man. I'm look at just the mic that Sarge is using right now. It ain't cheap, man. But we do these things because we want to be able to bring you guys a professional product. All the things that we're buying and paying for to run these podcasts, what we do to run these vlogs, what we do for this event coordinate or event creating stuff, this stuff is not cheap, man. I don't care what nobody tell you. 99.9% of it's coming off our kitchen table, but we do it for the love of the culture. So if you get a chance, if you enjoy what you see, what you hear, support it, man, with a donation. It does wonders. And also support it with a like, with a comment, with a subscribe. Support it, man, because if you don't support it, I can guarantee you this, it's going to be hard to keep it up. I've heard people say this, hey, Sarge, what is this dealership going to do? Sarge, what is this motor company going to do? Hey, man, I hear you. I feel you. But imagine what we can do if we fueled this ourselves, for us, by us. Imagine what we can accomplish and how powerful we would be if we supported us instead of worried about what some other company or corporation was doing. We got total control of what's going on. We got the power. I'm just saying, imagine that. So think about that every day when you're going about your business, and you might go through a YouTube, or you might go look through somebody like GQ's vlogs or whatever, or look at Retro's platform, or look at sales. How can I help them? Even if I don't have money for a donation. I'm a little tight this payday. I ain't got a lot of money. But can you go to their YouTube and hit a like on shows? Can you go to their YouTube and shoot a comment? Can you share their stuff, their shows? Those are ways that you can support these folks, and it don't cost you a dime. Those things are big just as well. Don't get me wrong, the donations, the money, because we have to pay for things that we have to pay for. But the support also is just as important. So it's like an even thing. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just going to put some things out there to you guys this morning. Hopefully you guys are having a blessed Wednesday. Happy hump day to everybody. Be safe, man. If you hadn't done so already, get your tail up and get to work, man. Motorcycle parts ain't cheap. And if we want to ride these motorcycles, we have to do this. Go to work. Take care of your family so you can have the privilege of motorcycling, you dig? Shout out to everybody who supported the platform today. Shout out to my man Bolo. Shout out to Emo, DJ D Reddy, David Bell, Low Key, all the people who continues to support us and what we do and cheer us on, man. Mad love to you guys. I don't think I've told you enough times. We love you guys, and we appreciate everything that you do. And in the meantime and in between time, let's keep it motorcycling, you dig?
Dear Lord, thank you for waking us up this morning. Lord, thank you for our family and our friends. Thank you for our health and our wealth. And if I can bother you with just one favor, can you please help the Jacksonville Jaguars make it to the Super Bowl in 2024? Amen.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this is your man Kodak, the most hated, coming to you live from the Iron Elite podcast with my man Big Sarge, where we always keep it motorcycling. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. You know what it is.
Down the Marco.